Hello all. In this short series of iSTEAM Lunar Nights, today we are just going to explore a little bit into the nuances of this open source platform of Stellarium, which you can just see over your screen. Now, if you want to observe sky in a three-dimensional, realistic manner, as if you are getting a feeling of observing with your naked eyes, or perhaps with the help of more sophisticated instrumentations like binoculars or telescopes, definitely Stellarium can come out as a very good aid to you to make friends with the sky. Whether it is viewing the sky with further accuracy, making friends with the features that are available into the sky, or to get a real-time simulation of stars, planets, or to observe the constellations for any date, for any time, for any location. Stellarium is a free open source cross-platform software that's available to you, which can really be taken out. As you can see on the screen, it could be Linux, it could be MacBook operating system, it could be Windows, both 32-bit and 64-bit system, and of course it can even help you in the form of a web version. One of the advantages of this Stellarium software, as it can be, it's available in a mobile application form, both as a Stellarium Mobile as well as one of the paid versions of Stellarium Plus, which also comes up with a few add-on features. So this was a little bit introduction about Stellarium as an application, as a software. You can download it. Now, have you ever wondered that this Stellarium can also be utilized for making out proper sky chart for your particular location? Even though this Stellarium has got a variety of features and a wide range of uses, but today we shall be concentrating upon how to prepare a star chart for your particular location. So with this regards, I am just opening up Stellarium for my place. So let's get little bit acquainted with the nitty-gritties of this particular software. So if you want to specify the location of your place, for example, at instance, I am sitting in Farrukhabad district of Uttar Pradesh in India, and at the moment, if you can see at the bottom left corner in my screen here, the location is set for New Delhi. So at any moment, I really can change the location for my place with the help of this location window. As you can see from this left bar, an icon has come up, location window, or in fact we can give a shortcut of F6 key and we can really make out this location window appear. So I am just now going to press this F6 key for you, and here I can either input the location which I require in the form of latitude or longitude, if I want to be very precise, or if I want to put it in a generalistic manner for a certain city, as I had mentioned, Farrukhabad. So I am just going to type in this reset location list the name of my city, Farrukhabad, and you see it pops up, Farrukhabad, Southern Asia. So here it is, and you can see in the backdrop somewhere down the line, you might have noticed a little bit of change as well. So I am just saving it, and here it comes, the earth has changed to Farrukhabad. Now, the second important thing is the date and the time as per your requirement. So the date and time also window can be opened with the help of, from this left file menu bar, date time window, or in fact you really can have a shortcut of function, that is F5 key. Here you can just specify that for which date and which time you really require your Stellarium simulation or whatever your need is. So for instance, I just want to make this particular star map working for say 6th of October around say 10 o'clock in the night. So what I shall do is, I shall just amend it to 6th of October. Here it is. I am utilizing this scroll bar, and now it's 10 o'clock in the night, so it is 22 hours and it's 00. So here I am just gonna put it here as 00. Sorry. So it's 0, and then it keeps on continuously moving. So we can even freeze the time or speed up the time as far as the movement is concerned. For example, there are a few shortcut keys which really help you. For instance, you can make this sky move fast forward with the help of the key L. If you just press the L key on your keyboard, this particular movement you can see at the bottom, this scroll bar, this motion has become a little fast forward. If you can further see, if you can further press the L, you see how fast the motion has become. So now this keeps on scrolling, and if you want to go back in time, you can even utilize this J key, which slows the motion for you. For instance, this motion has become 10 times slower for me, and even I can go further slow, and in fact if I want, I can return it to the normal speed by pressing the K key. So with the pressing of this particular K key, it basically J, K, L keys, they help you maneuver this speed of the motion as far as this stellarium is concerned. But even you can really change it with the help of the commands which are available at the bottom menu bar with regards to time. You see at where my cursor is hovering right now, you can really make the time progress forward, go backward, speed up a bit, or freeze the time with the help of these menu commands. And towards the rightmost command is where you exit this stellarium as the software. So these are a few nitty-gritties of this particular stellarium software whilst you are deciding, because you need to be very much aware of the place you are living at and the time for which you want the sky chart for. And now the things is, what are the basic things that you require to see in your sky chart? Definitely the stars and planets, and then to a certain extent you might like to see constellations and asterisms as well. So from where you really can go for this particular viewing of constellations, stars, etc. Because right now this particular stellarium is just showing out a few dots in the form of stars, which could be stars, which could be planets, etc. and anything. And then most important thing is the direction, the cardinal points which are available right now in front of you. You can see south in the form of S, southwest and southeast. These three are the points available. So can we tinker a little bit with these cardinal points or the directions as well? Definitely we can. You see at the bottom there is an option for the constellation lines. If you just click over it, then you will find out these constellation lines, and they really can be drawn with the help of a keyboard shortcut of C as well. If you press C on the keyboard, you can make them appear or disappear. Then apart from that, then there is a constellation label as well. You can make this label appear or disappear what constellation you are looking at with the help of either pressing on this menu bar, or you can just click capital V or V key on your system. Then definitely the art, how our ancestors have imagined these constellations to be, that art really can be put in the form of this, either clicking on this or by R key on the keyboard. So in this manner, we really can visualize the constellations, the constellation lines, as well as the constellation labels. Now comes the grid system, that which grid you really want to see. If you want to see the equatorial grid, that is the lines of the right ascension and declination, definitely you can click on this. This shall present to you the equatorial grid of your particular location, at your particular location, that is with respect to a particular location. If you don't want to go into this equatorial grid, you can just click over it, remove it, and then alt azimuthal or this you can say horizon system, this really is also available for this particular place. And so you really can tinker with all those activities. And then definitely there are, if you want to see the ground, then this ground separation of this horizon that you want to see, that horizon separation really is available by clicking on the G key or the ground. Then secondly, if you want to remove or put the atmospheric influences at your place, that's your choice. So you can remove the atmosphere, you can click on the atmosphere. And definitely if you want to see these cardinal points of the directions, you really can click on Q, or you can you can tap on the keyboard at the key Q, or you can just click here. This will appear or make the cardinal points disappear on your screen. Then definitely if you want to go for the deep sky objects like nebula, Messier objects, and all those things, they really can appear by clicking on this D system. If you want to see the planets as well as the labels, that also is available. So this is, you can say, in detail about what the Stellarium has on offer. Now the important point is how you can utilize this Stellarium as a particular software while you are trying to make your own sky chart for your place. So first of all, I have just put in my I wanted, as we had discussed, we are going to prepare a sky chart for 6th of October. So from this date and time window, let me just make it 6, and yes, of course, let me just make it 22, or in fact 21. hours on that particular date and let the time progress. And here with a little bit of fast forwarding of the date and time, let me make it 22 hours at that is 10 o'clock in the night. So it has gone a little bit further. Let me just come back in time, and here it is. And so a little bit more. Yes, so it is. So I think we are 1 minute ahead still. So let us go back a little bit. Okay, a little bit more back in time. So now it's approaching 22 hours. So here it is. So exactly this time is stopped. Now the location is set for my place and the time is set for 22 hours, that is 10 o'clock in the evening. Now what I need to do? First of all, I need to drag this particular location here with the help of left click of my mouse, and with the scroll bar I am just scrolling it behind backwards, and in this manner I am able to see this entire thing in a circular format or in the projection format. Now what I just need to do is, let me remove the constellation labels and the constellation lines for a time being. Let me also remove a little bit of these meteor showers, so that only a few of the prominent things are there available. And now what I have to do is adjust in such a manner that this particular thing is now with the north up. So now this is in a circular manner. If I want, I can remove the atmosphere. If I want, I can keep the atmosphere there. So I have removed the atmosphere. Now what I just need to do is, I just need to, what my requirements are. So first of all, let me just put in the constellation lines. So these are the constellation lines, or in fact I can do the changing of the requirements as per my needs. So here what I am just doing is, I am just going to the sky viewing options, and the sky viewing options, it provides me a lot of things. I can limit the magnitude of the appearance of the stars to a certain extent. Say if I want to see the stars only for a magnitude of 4, so what I shall do is, I shall just limit them to 4, or in fact these labels and markers I am just going to do it here. And so this is that particular star, and I am just going to limit it to 4. So here it is. Now what I am just going to do is, let me just increase this label and markers for a little bit more, so that yes, I can see. Now what really can be done is, if I want to change this projection, the way in which I am seeing, I can just make it orthographic or even stereographic. Right now we are in the planisphere projection, which is the stereographic projection. And if I want to see the stars in a spiky manner, we can just make them glow. So that is prominent stars or prominent planets, it will glow. So if you want, we can put or remove this Milky Way brightness saturation. So all these tinkerings, little bit things, they can be done here. Now comes the markings part. It's here where we can decide that what we really want to see. It produces an entire catalog of the things which you really can get marked on this particular Stellarium sky map that you require. Say if I want only east, west, north, south, so I can remove this. You can see now east, west, north, south is there. If I want to be a little bit more, you can say precise in terms of directions, you see I have clicked 2 more, that is northeast, north of northeast, like those directions are there. Now if I want to be very, very precise with regards to the angles, so I am just making the compass marks starting with 0 from north and ending at south in 180 degrees. And then if I want to see the grid and all those things, they really are there, but right now I am not interested in those grids, etc. Now even if I want, I can change the landscape also, the way in which it's appearing for me. Now this is very important, very crucial. It presents to you a little bit from the culture which you belongs. So for instance, this Western culture, which is the default culture, it presents to you the standard way in which really the constellations are called at the international level. Say me being an Indian, and if I am really, really interested in seeing how in Indian culture my these stars and what all are the stars which are available, or the constellations or asterisms which are available in front of me, I can just select this Indian Vedic form of this thing, and I am just, what I am going to do is, I am going to put these in the native format, and here it comes. If I am just taking it down, you see now all the names have changed. That is this Brahm Hriday, Abhijit, Shravani, Rohini. So all these Indian names, they really have come up. If I want now, here I can just show the labels as well. So the labels of this Indian constellations, nakshatra, they have started appearing here. I can even change the font size of the constellations, that if I want to be them of a little bit smaller in size. Now if I want to see the asterisms also, I can see the Indian asterisms as well. I don't think right now any asterism is available in this place right now. And if any particular ray markers we want to put for all these things, we really can go for this asterism lines, ray markers, and so all these things they really can be made. And even the color by default it can be chosen. For instance, right now these Indian constellations, they are available in the yellow color. I can click on the color and I can pick the color by my choice. Say for instance I want these names to appear in green, so here it is, I have just clicked OK. Now you see all these they have appeared in the green color. So in this manner we really can work wonders. So what I am just going to do, if you are say if you want to observe a little bit of this what can be said, this Arabic constellations, how the Arab people they have gone for it. So I am loading this Arabic indigenous, and you see in this manner this it has come out in the Arabic format. If I can just put it, I can put it in the translated language as well. So all these things they shall appear in front of me. So depending upon my requirements, I can do it. Now I am just replacing it to the Western culture, and I have made it default. So the marker lines are being selected, the asterisms are also being shown. All these things they really are there. So right now I am just removing the asterism lines. I am just putting a very basic form in which we really can show. Let me just remove the asterism labels as well. And so I think these are there which really can be shown. I am just closing it for a time being, and in fact so this is the detail of the star lore. Now what I need to do is I need to print it out, or I need to save it. So Stellarium as a software, it presents to you something which is known as Control S. For this Control S you can really save this particular screenshot, and it will save in this particular repository of Stellarium folder. And when you go back to this particular folder, you shall definitely be able to see this particular star map, and it really shall be working for you. So here it is, this is this Stellarium, and this is that screenshot that really was taken by using this Stellarium application. It saves in the Stellarium folder. Now you are all ready, get set, go for observing the sky from your place on 6th of October at 10 o'clock in the night, with these stars and constellations available in the night sky. Best of luck, best wishes. Enjoy the sky, make friends with the celestial features. Good luck.